So Ryan, another frustrating loss away from home, 3-0 to Bridgwater. Can you give us your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, it's a little bit frustrating if I'm being brutally honest. Again, poor start. We've gone 1-0 down in probably a minute and 30 seconds. Almost a carbon copy of Oxford's goal on Sunday, which is frustrating. So on the way up, we've gone through with players about roles and where we've gone wrong in that goal, and we've done exactly the same thing. So really frustrating, and then you're on an uphill battle straight away after a minute and a half. And teams at this level punish you. Gale scored a good goal, but it's come from our throw, and we've given possession away, 2 passes, and they've scored a goal. It wasn't good enough. Quite an even half after that. Bridgwater looked threatening in wide areas. We allowed them probably too much space in wide areas to get crosses in. We looked threatening on the counter, and then they've scored an unbelievable strike just before half time. But again, defensively wasn't good enough. Showed a player who's very strong with her right foot in on her right foot, and she's put it in the top corner. It was an excellent finish. Jazz had no chance, but we've got to learn from errors and understand where we need to improve on. It's just key moments in the games killing us. We've had a chance just before half time. Amber's worked really hard, had a great shot, good save from the keeper, but we're caught ball watching and not following in quick enough. If we react, we probably get a tap in, and then we go in at 2-1. Zoe's had a worldy run in the second half and had a shot cleared off the line, and it's just moments in the games just not going for us. I think the second half reaction was a lot more positive again, but again we're 2-0 down at half time, and we're just giving ourselves too much to do and try and come back, and then we're susceptible to the counter and vulnerable at the back because we're 2-0 down and we're pushing to try and get an equaliser. And then their third goal, we've cleared the corner and the girls had a shot. It took a wicked deflection and lob. It's just that you can't account for that. It's just frustrating because it's not that we're not good enough and we're not competing with teams. It's individual errors at key moments in games, and it's killing us, to be fair. And we need to learn from those errors, and we need to learn quickly and rectify them as a team and as a squad quickly.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously it's not the way you want to start the season, really. I mean, 3 losses on the trot, obviously it's got to be affecting you, and you know, you want to get the results in. Obviously every game has had positives to some degree. I mean, a couple of good performances from that game, as you mentioned. Amber had a good run in, as well as Rosie Train, who I thought had an excellent game. Can you share a little bit about their performances?
Yeah, there is positives. There's positives from every game we've played so far, which makes it even more frustrating sometimes. If we were not good enough for the whole game, then we could come here and just say it's not good enough. But there is glimpses and signs that we are a good side. We play good football. Amber was fantastic yesterday, so she was our best player. She looked a threat every time she got the ball and ran at Bridgwater, and they didn't know how to deal with her. It was just, we didn't give her the ball in areas enough for her to do that more often. Rosie was solid. Rosie's been solid for us since she's come here, to be fair, since 16. She was a striker at grassroots football. We put her at left back, and she's grown and grown each year and developing into a fantastic footballer. So yeah, there is positives to take. Another one, Lucy, 16 again. I thought she had a good game yesterday. She looked quite solid at the back, but as a whole, as a team, we've got too many players underperforming, and that needs to change for results to change. And it's just consistency. We banged on about it that on Sunday, and we just need everyone available at training. I don't think I've had a full squad once so far this season at training, and that's down to people being on holiday or not living down in Plymouth yet, or gone back home because their school's finished. It is frustrating, and to rectify the mistakes we're having, we need that consistency at training and at games. And at the minute, we're not getting that. We've got injuries. Laney's, we've started her. I've probably made a mistake yesterday. She's not fully fit, but Beth's out injured. Lily's gone away with England. Gemma was unavailable yesterday, and they're big players, and it's just that consistency. And for us to pick up points in this league, it's a tough league. We need everyone available and everyone on board and fighting for the cause.
And finally, obviously, the dressing room's got to be an interesting situation right now. How are the players handling the first 3 games so far?
Obviously, they're a bit down, they're deflated, which is understandable. We had a conversation after the game yesterday. It would be easy to go in and rant and rave and say things aren't good enough and this is what we need to do. But we had a conversation, it was a discussion. We're a team, we work hard, we all want to win football matches, we're all here to do the same thing. But at the minute, it's not going our way. That will change. It did last season. I'm confident it will again this year. We've got a very good squad. We've just got to try and lift the gales for Sunday, and the players just need to be upbeat and positive, and like you say, focus on the positives and what we're doing well. And if we can get the consistency and doing the right things more often, then someone's going to be on the back of a hammer in eventually. It happened last year, but I don't think we can get away with getting to Christmas this year on 3 points and then trying to find a run of games after Christmas. We need to do it earlier, and hopefully that can start on Sunday.
Cheers, Ryan.
Cheers, Jake.